Hello, glorious being, and welcome to this next part in this free video series. And today I'm really excited to share with you a very personal experience of connecting to the earth. And as I've mentioned, building a sacred relationship with the earth is one of the most important things that we can do right now as a human being. This is also a way that we can intimately and meaningfully embody eco-spirituality, bringing a sense of connecting to nature as part of our spiritual path. So if you've been with me in this video series, we've covered a lot of terrain. We've talked about the whole spiritual rendering of Mother Earth through ancient mythologies such as the ancient story of Sophia and the modern idea of Gaia that we've now rediscovered in even our scientific worldview with the Gaia hypothesis or the Gaia theory by James Lovelock. We've talked about how it is important to connect to Mother Earth in a very simple yet powerful way, and I've led you through steps so that you can really feel and harness that connection with yourself, not just for the healing aspect of that, of just connecting to her beauty, but also so you can be connected to her healing wisdom, because she truly is our guiding teacher. And I've laid out to you some really simple frameworks, a step-by-step way that we can really live and embody eco-spirituality in our life. And today I'm going to share with you a really powerful personal story about earth connection. So I feel really blessed because in this life, I've got to work with shamans, indigenous peoples, and a lot of people who've really spent time living in rapport with nature and really harnessing and cultivating this eco-spiritual paradigm. And years ago, I was really blessed to be in a spiritual warrior training with some of these individuals. And over a 2-year process, I was introduced to a lot of wisdom from the First Nations people, who are the indigenous peoples of Canada, or Turtle Island as they call North America. And we would do sweat lodge, we would do fast, and after each sweat lodge, which is a traditional ceremony where you are in this kind of womb-like center and you sweat out, like not just the toxins of your body, but also your mind and your spirit, our teacher would put us out onto the land and simply just instruct us to go and find a place to connect to Mother Earth. Now, on this land, there was a very special tree that we called lightning tree, because this tree had been struck by lightning about 4 times and it had not fallen over, and it had this huge black gash on the side of it. It was like this kind of power tree, this warrior tree. And after every sweat lodge, when we would be sent out onto the land to make this connection with Mother Earth, everyone would want to go to the lightning tree. Everyone would want to connect there. And of course I was kind of shy and I would like walk very slowly, and of course there would always be someone at lightning tree when I would get there. Except this one day I found myself walking with a lot of presence, barefoot on the grass. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I looked over, and to my great surprise, no one was at lightning tree. So I went over and I sat in front of lightning tree and I set up a bit of my prayer bundle with lots of sacred objects, and I offered the gift of some sacred tobacco, which is a very traditional way to make offerings of praise and respect to the beings of earth. And this tree being was of course someone I wanted to pay the utmost respect to. And then I closed my eyes and I found my centering with my breath. I connected myself first in this meditative state, as I pointed out in the Earth Connection video in this series. And then I started to just reach some of my consciousness, expanding it into lightning tree. And right away, I felt this voice inside of me, and it was the spirit of the tree speaking to me. And it said, "Feel into me." And so I extended my consciousness with even more intention. And I remember I placed a hand on the tree, and then I received this really powerful teaching. The tree being said to me, "This sensation that you have, that this touch is the end of you and the beginning of me, is a lie. You can actually feel into me, into my body. You can extend your energy." And so I started to extend my energy through my hand, and immediately I felt this powerful energy surge through me as I was vaulted up into all the branches of the tree. And I remember feeling how much the branches are like antennae, and they were pulling on all this atmospheric energy, almost like pulling the energy down from the heavens and the stars into earth. And then I like spiraled down into all the roots that were way bigger than the tree above the ground. And I found myself feeling all this, like what we call telluric energy, all this under earth energy that was just teeming with the fertility of Mother Earth. And it was this profound feeling of energy moving through my body. I could feel my body being enthused and revitalized and regenerated. And it was a very visceral experience of how trees are very alive and conscious, which is very interesting when you go back to the ancient wisdoms of cultures like in my lineage, the ancient Druids, the Celtic priests and priestesses, they regarded the trees as very holy ancient tree beings and teachers. And they would meet in sacred groves with trees, and they regarded the trees as teachers, and they would not make any decisions apparently in their culture unless they were present with the trees. So this is not in any way trying to boast about this experience. This is something that we can all have. Nature is conscious and sentient. And when we have these kinds of mystical experiences, I always think of Bob Marley when he says there's a natural mystic flowing through the air. When we have these kinds of experiences, we viscerally feel the re-enchantment of the world, the magic of really feeling all these different layers of consciousness and how Mother Earth is truly alive. It's not just human beings, the plants, the trees, the animals. There's so much to connect to. So I hope you enjoyed this sacred story, and know that in the Honor All Creation journey, there are so many more sacred stories I'll be sharing from my experiences with Earth connection, working with beautiful mystical teachers. And this truly represents some of the best work that I've done up to this point. It's really paradigm shifting information. Eco-spirituality is really one of the leading edges where we need to evolve. And this is all about, connecting to Mother Earth. And this is a beautiful seed that was planted in me during an ayahuasca journey that I actually experienced in Mexico, which I also get into in this story. This whole idea of honor all creation was a mantra that was given to me from Mother Earth about how humans can really embody this new Earth mythology. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and just know that you can click on the link below in the comments to get on the early bird list, because we're going to be launching this online series, this journey soon. And in the last video in this series, which will be coming out very soon, I'm going to lay out all the instructions for you to really get on board so that you can be first in line to join this very limited group, because we're going to really create a beautiful container to really take people through something very, very powerful. So it's all down below in the comments. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. Many blessings to you on your journey, and be glorious.